Time to do some sketchy shit. Do-da, do-da, hope I get away with it. Oh, do-da, day.
This is the world as it exists today.
Here's what they think about you. 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 Here's what they think about you.
Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. Today I want to talk to you about what they think about you. Now, I know it's kind of hard to hear, but some things are just going to have to be said. Chasing women is a waste of time. It's like you're begging someone to let you pay their bills. When you're out there chasing a Filipina, you're basically, if you could imagine being in a track race, you win the race, but what do you get at the end? You don't get the trophy, you get to pay her bills. If she chooses to pick you, the end result is she wants you to pay her rent. She wants you to support her family. She wants you to support the kids that she's had by a Filipino guy that's abandoned her. And when you go and do all this, you get nothing in return. So you have to kind of look at it in a sense of, what's in this for me? What is the ROI on this by me chasing her and begging her to let me support her? So today in this episode, we're going to cover what they think about you. And I'm going to show you some clips from an interview. This way, you can hear exactly what they have to say. Now, keep in mind, I don't want to necessarily focus on the interview itself. I more so want to focus on their responses, because that's the important part. Okay? Look at the answers that they give and you tell me what you think. Now, the first question that was asked to this girl, what is she going to do for her husband? And let's look at her response.
Ask him if how's his day, is it how's his work, is it like stressful or like that.
So you mean to tell me, after a long day's work, the only thing you can contribute to me is asking me, how was my day? Was it stressful? How was my work? So you're gonna do this every day of the year for the rest of my life, and that's all you're gonna give to this relationship. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I know how my day was. And her asking me how's my day doesn't help me at all. What does that contribute to the quality of my life for her to come back and ask me, how was my day? How was my work? Was it stressful? I mean, what would be the point? Because if she's part of the relationship and we actually talk and communicate, she'll know how was my day. She don't have to come and ask me when I'm coming home, how was my day, how was my work? It's basically a sense of she has nothing to offer. She has nothing to offer and she chooses not to contribute. So therefore, that's all she's gonna do, is ask me those questions, and that's what she feels she can contribute. Okay, so let's see what's the next one. So now the next question is, why get married? Really guys, why? Marriage is a losing proposition for any man, no matter where he lives. You're investing in something that's going to depreciate in value. You get nothing in the end. So let's look at this answer.
For me, people should get married because being into marriage is a lifetime, and being with someone love the most is a lifetime. So without marriage, you cannot experience true love.
Okay. For me, people get married because it's their choice, and like their mindset is like, when I get older, I have someone who can look for me, especially when you have kids. Okay, so
here we are. Look at what she says. Without marriage, you cannot experience true love. She goes on to say marriage is a lifetime. I think not. Marriage might be a lifetime because in the Philippines you cannot get a divorce. But what they do is they move on and start families with other people. They're legally married to someone, they're legally married to someone else, but they're not together. So they move on and start families even though they tied to someone else. So her answer is like she's rambling because she really doesn't know what to say. And being married don't make you experience true love. And I'm quite some of you know that you have friends or family that's been married for years and they are totally damn unhappy. So what is this true love stuff? I've known people that never got married a day in their life, but they choose to stay together. And you got people right there in the Philippines, get married, it doesn't work out, they separate, they go off and start a family with other people, but they're legally married. She's rambling because she has nothing to say. She's rambling because she doesn't know what the heck she's talking about. And this is something you guys need to pay attention to. When someone rambles like that, that means they have nothing concrete to add to the topic. So her thing about marriage is just, it's fantasy. She's basically living in a fantasy because you're thinking, well, in order for me to experience true love, I gotta get married. Okay? If I marry this person, it's for a lifetime. Yeah, back in the day when men and women knew their position, they knew what the other person brought to the table, maybe so. But in today's time, nah, that's a fantasy. So let's go on to the next question. So now this next one here is, what is the benefit in being married? Let's look at her answers.
Yeah, I can't think of any either. What benefit does a man get from being married? What are the advantages? There is someone or somebody who can take care of them. Okay, that's the concise and precise answer I can tell. Concise and precise answer, someone that can take care of them? Yeah. What if he just hires a nurse? He doesn't need a wife. He doesn't have to marry the nurse. No comment.
So there you go, guys. Like she said, she can't think of any. There's no benefit to a man in getting married. And that goes back to her previous answer when I told you she's only rambling. She was rambling on because she has nothing concrete to add. And right there, her last reply was, she has nothing. She drew a blank. All the benefit goes to the woman. When you marry a Filipina, she's the one benefiting. Because why? You're giving her money, you're supporting her family, you're supporting the kids that have been abandoned by the father. You basically lifted her up from where she is. And I don't know about you guys, why are you trying to save someone? You can't save someone who don't want to be saved. So there's no benefit in marrying them. There's no benefit in taking them to your country. She just showed us. Here's what they think about you. Let's go to the next question. Now the next question is, what is the role of a husband? Here's what they think about you.
For me, the role of the husband is to support the family financially, the needs of the families in terms of food, money, and especially the educational support for his children.
Okay, what's the role of a husband? For me, I think husband is the one who work for the family because that's what we call ama ng tahanan. So he is the one who will pay for the bills, love her, love his wife and especially his kids. Okay.
There you go, guys. Here's what they think about you. Listen to what all the girls say. The role of the husband is to provide the needs of the family. That's it. You are basically a walking ATM. Every girl said, provide the needs, lead the family, be supportive, the food, the education, and what is she doing in return? Sitting on her butt watching those Korean videos, right? That's it, guys. In their mind, you are a walking ATM. So take care of the family. That's all they need you for. All right, so let's go on to the next one and let's see what the question is here. Okay, now here we're gonna look at their reply to the question, what is the role of a wife? Let's take a look.
Basically, as Filipino, I observe that wives are just basically at home, taking good care of the children, preparing their food, preparing their children and her husband's food for their daily lives, and washing clothes, like household chores mostly.
Duty of a wife. The wife is the one who will take care of her kids and her husband. Okay, so the wife is basically the one taking care of the household and the kids, and of course the husband first. Yes. The husband first. Okay. If the husband is the main provider, should the wife help as well to pay the bills? I think.
Okay, guys, here's what they think about you. Every reply the girl gave is basically maid. They can just be a maid, that's it. That's all they can bring to it. So I tell you what, let's do it this way. You bring my kids to visit or stay with me, and I can hire a maid to take care of my kids, to do the cooking and cleaning. But here's the thing. I can cook, I can clean, I can take care of my own kids. Goes back to the other question. What's the benefit in getting married? That's what they think about you. Zero. They think nothing about you. Other than being a walking ATM, you serve no purpose. Only thing they can bring into the relationship is to be a maid. Here's what they think about you. Let's go on to the next question and let's see what their reply is. Now the next question is, who comes first? Husband or family? Tell me. Leave in the comments who you think will come first. I just want to know your response. Let's check it out.
Here's what they think about. Here's what they think about. Here's what they think about.
Who comes first, your husband or your family? I think it's my family, because my family is the one who look for you before your husband. So I think it's my family. Okay.
In a case when I already have my husband, maybe I will prioritize my husband, but it doesn't mean that I will leave my family.
Right.
It is to pick or to have a husband that could understand the closeness of us Filipino when it comes to our parents. They know how to respect, and they also love our parents the way we love them as their personal child.
Okay. What if they...
From the very start, it's my parents that was there for me. Then I will pick a partner that will not love them. It's very unfair for them. At the end of the day, I still have my parents, and I will support them even if I'm outside the country.
Okay, here we go, guys. Here's what they think about you. Now, you've done all this providing for her, her family, the kids, but you come third, because her family and kids are going to come first. She's going to prioritize her family. She said her family was there for her in the beginning. They're going to be with her in the end. So if that's the case, then the girl that says marriage is for a lifetime, does that kind of like push that aside? Because think about it. If marriage is a lifetime and you can experience true love, which is the reply one girl gave, and this other girl says her family's going to always be there for her, isn't the husband the one that's always going to be there for you? Am I missing something here? What are your thoughts? Put that in the comments, because I want to understand this. Because the purpose of marrying him, because he's going to be there for you. The purpose of marrying her, because she's going to be there for you. But these girls are saying, no, I'm going to prioritize my family. If he doesn't love my family, then I can't pick him. Let's stop right there. Look at when she say, love my family. In translation, that means support my family. I can love your family, but it don't mean I can support them. I care what happens to them, but mean I can support them. Right here in the U.S., I hate to see homeless people on the street. But what can I do? I can't take in every homeless person and support them. On occasion, I might try to give them a meal, but I don't do this crap every day, every month. I don't give them cash money, but I at least, if they want something to eat, I give it to them. I once saw a man going through the trash. I took part of my lunch and gave it to him. I gave him something to drink because I have compassion for this man. But I don't see this man every day and every month to give him support. And this is what these girls want. You, in their eyes, you're just a walking ATM. This is what they think about you. You gotta love their parents. Translation means support, and the parents are gonna come first. They're gonna prioritize their parents. So here we go, guys. I know it's hard to hear, but I have to say it. If it's not something you want to hear, go out there and experience it on your own. Come back to this video, put in the comments how it all worked out for you. Because you're not going to come first, and you're going to lose everything you have. And this is why so many of the guys are homeless. Let's say this. So many foreigners are being homeless in the Philippines. They are here chasing these girls, hoping that they can buy their attention, buy their affection, but they can't. You cannot give somebody more of what they don't appreciate to get them to care about you. They're just gonna not appreciate you anymore. And this is what's happening. Guys are moving there, and this is very, very sad to see. They're moving there, they see a pretty face, nice body, and they start thinking, I want her. But in her mind, she's thinking, I'm gonna get whatever I can get. I need money for my kids, I need to support my family, so that's what they're going for. And because guys have developed such weak boundaries and or become codependent, they feel, if I just give more, she'll love me. If I just do more, she'll love me. If I buy her brothers a truck, a car, her parents a house, if I do all the things she wants, she'll love me. But I'm sad to say, and I know you don't want to hear it, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. When you're dealing with the person that's living life on a day-to-day survival, they have no time to think about love. You, on the other hand, you have somewhat of a cushion. You work every day, you eat, you got a place to live. So you can think about other things. But when a Filipina does think about love, she don't think about the foreigner. What happens? She goes to get the Filipino guy who's gonna abandon her as soon as she gets pregnant. And then she's gonna think, let me find another foreigner. Guys, this is what they think about you. I don't fall for the hype. I look at the results. The results are they look at foreigners as walking ATMs. You can sit here all day and confess how much you care and love her, how much you want to be her. She will sit there and smile. She'll sit there and smile, and behind that smile is like, I got your ass now. She's going to tell you she don't feel you care about her. Translation, you're not giving me the money I want, so you don't care about me. You can talk to her every day. But if a Filipina ever says she don't feel you care, that means you're not giving her money. That means you're not supporting her family. That's what that means. Caring has nothing to do with material things. Any man can buy a woman gift. Any man can buy a woman food. Any man can buy a woman a house. But very few men will take this woman and try to build with her. And in their mind, they're not thinking about building. They're thinking about today. What can I have today? What can I eat today? I'm not worried about tomorrow. I worry about tomorrow when tomorrow gets here. What about right here today? On one of my visits to the Philippines, a man once told me that a Filipino's calendar only has one day. And he says, that's today. And when you really think about it, that's it. Today. The money I get today is for today. I'll worry about tomorrow. Because they don't save, they don't plan for the future. You not even talk to them about the future. They don't want to hear anything about the future. What are you doing for me right now? Here's what they think about you. You know, these girls are master manipulators. These techniques that they use have been cultivated over years, okay? Over years. This is not something that they just picked up last week, last month, okay? This has been something that's happening over years. And in the 20 plus years I've been going, I've seen the games change. In the early years of me going there, they need help with food, they need help with school, they gotta pay their tuition, that kind of thing. Now it's getting to where mom, dad is sick, house burned down, cell phone broke. You know, it's still a scam, they just change what they're needing. So what they're doing is not new. If you've ever experienced a Filipino stop talking to you, okay, that's a manipulation tactic. She stops talking because she wants you to do something. And instead of telling you what she wants to do, she sit there and be quiet. That's what they call tampo. She sit there and ignore you. You send her a text message, it goes unread. And if she does read it, she don't reply. Manipulation. When people do that, they're trying to trigger your abandonment issues. And if you have weak boundaries and abandonment issues and a girl starts ignoring you, that's going to send you into panic mode. And when you get into panic mode, the only thing you're going to think, what can I do to get her to respond? And you're doing that because you want to end that pain. It's painful to you for her not to talk to you. So you start giving more and more money. You start buying more and more gifts. And the more you do that, you're showing her that if I treat him terrible, he gives me what I want. If I ignore him, he gives me what I want. That's what children do. You look at a child, they throw a tantrum and the parent gives in, they are strengthening that behavior. So when you see them out at the mall, grocery store, child throwing a tantrum, that's because they do it at home. They get away with it at home. So now they see the shiny toy in the store and they want it and they feel, if I throw a tantrum and scream and yell, mommy and daddy will get me this toy. The same thing with the Filipina. You're dealing with an adult with a child mind. An adult will come and sit down and talk to you and say, hey, these things we need to talk about. A child will get angry, pout, scream, be angry, ignore you, block you, unblock you, block you again, because they don't know how to deal with things. It's immaturity what you're dealing with. I told one girl, I don't mind if people block me. I don't mind if people ignore me. She looked at me and smiled. I don't. Because when one of them blocked me and ignored me, she's actually saving me a headache. It actually tells me what I'm dealing with. And you cannot get angry with somebody for showing you who they truly are. And I welcome it. So if a girl blocks me because I don't send money, or she stopped talking to me because I don't spend money, you just showed me what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with someone that's trying to use me, someone that wants to manipulate me, and I'm not going to play that game. I'm not 4 years old. I'm not 4. When I was 4, I did that kind of crap. Let it go, guys. Stop throwing away your hard-earned money for somebody who's going to walk away from you anyway. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the ride, and move on. It's like being at an amusement park. You get on the ride, you don't fall in love with the ride. You pay the ticket, you enjoy the ride. When the ride is over, you get off, you go to the next ride. So I hope you guys learned something today. I hope it at least give you something to think about. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna come back with you with more videos here. I'm trying to get some things in order because I've been trying to put the pieces back together since I've been back in town. I just spent some time in the Philippines and I'm just getting back a few weeks ago. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Take care.
She belongs to the streets.
Now that's what I call a shady aftermath.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Dom DeMarco.